Here. Cage trigger. Here. Cage trigger. Here. Cage triggered. Here. Here. Cage triggered. Here. Here.
Hey there guys, these tips are going to be situational, not the kind you want to use every round, and many of you may already know about them. Regardless, I thought I'll share with you guys. The first one is the teleporter trick. Cypher scam used to have the same process. Anyway, it's very helpful when you're rotating from A to B side through teleporter, and most of the time enemy will follow you into the teleporter, and some of them from the city. You can make sure you are not surrounded and punish the one who followed you. The second one is pretty neat. From attacking side, more often than not you will find the tube very unlocked. There's little you can do if they're inside it. This lineup can clear the tube inside or force the enemy to get out. It can even force the enemy jet hopping above the tube to flee. You just hug the corridor, keep the crosshair where I have it. It doesn't have to be pixel perfect. Turret setup on icebox A side is going to annoy them if they are rushing inside or trying to rotate. Very situational. They can break it, but if they are smoked off and still try to rush with the rope, they either have to destroy the turret, or when you can bait them off from an angle, they can fall back or get down midway. This setup can also cover mid to A side push. The next trick is to line up to clear the stairs on B side of Ascent. Hug the wall, go left, you can see 2 dots. Go in a straight line along them and throw when your crosshair touches the line. No need to be pixel perfect. Again.
Swamp grenade out.
This one is a defensive setup. When you crouch, right click, throw exactly where I am throwing, you can manage to pixel perfectly through the nanomoly. Enemies won't be able to see it. You hear them shut the door and trigger, they have to fall back and you can take them out before the door is even closed. The last 2 lineups need to be practiced a lot. When you want to retake A side, hug the wall, then keep your crosshair on the second slide, I guess, of the rooftop and keep the dash between alarm bot and turret on that spiky corner of the building's rooftop. It's going to clear the annoying corner and you can push into the side to retake. And in C side, enemies like Killjoy, Sova like to hide inside that mid cubby after post plant. Now as always, hug the wall, crosshair on the spiky thing and move the crosshair upward until it hits along the top of the rooftop. Then move forward until your crosshair comes along the sun. Then on the rooftop you can see multiple
Placing
lines.
swamp grenade.
Move your crosshair to the second line and then throw.
Swamp grenade out.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the best crosshair. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to skip any of the sections, there will be timestamps and my social media in the description. Before you decide on what you want, you should know every type of crosshair that there is. The first category is the reactive crosshair. When I say reactive crosshair, I mean a crosshair that's affected by movement or firing. The reason for using a reactive crosshair is to know the accuracy of yourself and the gun. This can help new players understand how to shoot accurately. I recommend using these kind of crosshairs for practicing things like counter strafing, and jiggle peeking, then switching it off if you get distracted by it. In Valorant, there are 2 types of crosshairs: open crosshairs and closed crosshairs. The main reason for using an open crosshair over a closed crosshair is because it allows you to box in the head of your opponent, while a closed crosshair can make you feel like you have more space. The crosshair that you choose is up to you. When picking a color, it doesn't matter what you choose, as long as your crosshair doesn't blend in with anything in the background, like if you use green on bind or ascent. Alright, now I'm going to go through all the tabs in the crosshair section. So first off, in general, we have crosshair color, which changes the color. The outline gives your crosshair an outline. And you can change the thickness and how transparent it is. The center dot just adds a dot in the center, which you can also change the opacity. And you can make it big or smaller. Fade crosshair while firing error makes it so that the top of your crosshair disappears. Show spectator player's crosshair makes it so you can see the player's crosshair, who you're spectating. Disable crosshair just turns off your crosshair, as you can see right here. Alright, now in inner lines, the show inner lines and also show outer lines, it doesn't even work. I'm not sure why, but it just doesn't work. Opacity, like I said, it changes the transparency, and length changes the length. thickness changes the thickness, offset changes how wide it is, and movement error is what I showed you earlier. Alright, it should work. I'm not sure why it's not working. Firing error. Alright, now it's working. Alright, now that I'll turn it off. Okay, so outer lines is pretty much the same thing as inner lines. Let me make something. See, it's literally a crosshair. So you could normally, it's just used to, I normally would just use it for to make my crosshair reactive, but yeah, that's pretty much what I use it for. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to make your own open crosshair, because some people may be confused by it. So what you gotta do, oh actually let me just turn this off, the outer line, so it doesn't get confusing. So the offset thickness, set it to around here. Set it on a low length, because length and thickness are pretty much switched. Like, see, it gets longer the more thickness you put. So here, now it's a square. If you make it lower, it's a crosshair, but the offset's like this. Now you have a square crosshair, an open crosshair. And what I do after making a crosshair like this, or any crosshair that's open, just go and turn on the center dot and see if it's centered. And you can see right here, it's not really centered, so you just gotta go back to the inner lines, and you could just change the offset, and you could just edit your crosshair to see how centered it'll be. Here, it's still not centered, so just gotta make it centered. Alright, now it's still not centered. Okay. Alright, now the crosshair centered, which it's pretty small, but it doesn't have to be perfect if you don't want it to be. Now I'm going to show you how to use someone else's crosshair code, and make sure you stick around, because at the end of the video I'm going to have a couple of cool crosshairs. So first you got to go to your crosshair tab, and for example my crosshair code is 1172. So what you have to do is enter left to right, just top to bottom. So 1172. So it's pretty easy to do, and that's it. This is now the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to go watch some more content from me, you can go to my Twitch at twitch.tv/HeroZero. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 3 to 6. Thanks for watching.
And my dickies and I put it on black, banging Sinatra in a flat Cadillac. My old lady leaning out the whole window, everybody looking when we walking slow. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody sing it out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody sing it out. Whoa, everybody sing it out. Okay, 1 for the money and a 2 for the show, but 3 to be a legend even if I'm poor. I ain't chasing nothing, you gon' have to catch me, and if you wanna taste, you gon' have to pay a fee. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. I'm on the ring walls and my little scarecrows. When they hear my record, well, they all hear.
Ouch! 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Put down.